Welcome to Arirang Live. It's 3 p.m. here in Seoul, and I'm Kim Dami. In just a minute, we're going to cross over to the latest briefing from the Central Disease Control Headquarters on the COVID-19 outbreak. Earlier in the morning, South Korea saw the highest number of newly confirmed COVID-19 cases in 5 months, with 166 new cases. That's the biggest number observed since March 11, when dozens of people caught the virus from a call center in Seoul. The briefing has just begun, so let's take a listen.
We have Deputy Director Kwon Junuk with the briefing. Let us now begin our regular briefing for the COVID-19 situation for the August 15th. We have a total of 155 new local infections and 11 new imported cases. Now the total numbers of confirmed cases stands at 15,039, and 38 more people have been discharged, and a total of 833 people are in quarantine undergoing treatment. We have 14 patients with severe or critical conditions. We have no change to the fatality. Here are some updates on our major domestic cluster infections. Here are some updates on those related to religious centers. In relation to the Uri-Tail Church in Yongin City, Gyeonggi-do Province, we also are conducting diagnostic testings for 401 people. A total of 105 people have been confirmed to date. About 900 of the members of the church are on self-quarantine, and we have found out during our epidemiological investigation that they did not wear face masks properly while singing in choir, and they also have group dinings, and also they went to each other's houses as well. And in relation to this Headquaters Jail Church in Seongbuk-gu District, Seoul City, we are tracing the contacts. We have 40 additional cases, and in total we have 59 cases being confirmed to date. Epidemiological investigation shows that as of the 9th of August, it was a day of heavy rain, and also they had very small amount of distancing within 1 meters, and they also sang and also chanted together, and we believe these could have been the possible risk factors. We are conducting our epidemiological investigation and tracing. Next, in Seoul Yangcheon-gu district, at a different church, we also have first index case on the 12th of August. We have 3 additional cases, and a total of 4 people have been confirmed to date. Investigation shows that it is a very small church with about 40 worshippers, and they gathered together, and their shoulders were they seated shoulder by shoulder without social distancing, and they did not wear face masks properly. And next, in Goyang City Rejoice Church, we have 2 additional cases. A total of 26 cases have been confirmed. In relation to the Pansok Church in Goyang City, Gyeonggi-do Province, we have 2 additional cases. Now the total has been increased to 36. And in particular, for the religious facilities, we are conducting epidemiological investigation. And as we progress in this investigation, we believe that the number of confirmed cases could increase going forward. And next, moving on to social meetings, we have some updates. In Gyeonggi-do Province, in Yangpyeong County, in the Seojong village, we also have all of the 60 people tested after they attended a group meeting, and total of 31 village residents have been confirmed to date. And we are investigating into the epidemiological investigations as well as the infection sources. And the analysis shows that they did not wear face masks and seated inside enclosed areas sharing meals. And in Paju City, in relation to Starbucks, as mentioned earlier, on the 8th of August and until the 10th, we also have 8 additional cases and also another contact being confirmed. And in total, we have 17 cases to date. And we are looking into the investigation of chain of transmissions into this coffee shop. And in relation to the Seoul Regional Area Manager staff meeting, we have one additional case. The total now stands at 16. And related to the Gold train in Gangnam-gu district, we have 2 additional cases, and the total now stands at 20. And also in Gangnam-gu district, Yeoksang-gu, we also have an office building. We have 1 additional case. 11 people have been confirmed to date. And in Busan, we also have, in relation to the school there, we have a total of 8 people being confirmed in relation to the National Medical Technical High School. And today we have 11 new imported cases by region. We have 5 from the US and 2 from Russia. Just a moment ago, starting from 2:30 p.m., the Health Minister Bang Neung-hoo has mentioned during the briefing the government has decided to enhance the social distancing measure for Seoul City and Gyeonggi-do Province to level 2 starting from August 16th midnight for the next 2 weeks. And the KCDC also urges the members of the residents who are living in the metropolitan area to comply with such quarantine measures. We highlight this multiple times. Please refrain from going outdoors if they are unnecessary, and please minimize your contact with others. And when indoors, all of the meetings over 50 or outdoors over 100 will be banned. So refrain from holding such events, and all of the high-risk facilities that have been designated so far, all of the mandatory quarantine measures will be carried out. And starting from the 19th of August, we will add PC rooms as a high-risk facility. And in relation to the Seoul City and Gyeonggi-do Province administrative order on the door-to-door sales facilities, we will also ask you to comply with these quarantine measures, and we will also have inspections, and if there are confirmed cases, they will be mandated to compensate for the losses. And as mentioned earlier during the briefing, these measures during the next 2 weeks, if the situation worsens, these high-risk facilities will be on a suspension of operation. And we have several words for these religious facilities. And Seoul metropolitan government has banned the gathering of all religious facilities, and also this has been put in place starting from today. So we tell you this multiple times, but all of the regular services are advised to be switched to non-face-to-face means, and even if you carry out these services physically, please refrain from having meals and singing together, and also keep 2 meters of distance and wear face masks at all times. Last but not least, we also would like to contain the virus from spreading to the other regions. We ask all of the residents in the metropolitan area to refrain from going to other regional provinces. Last but not least, we have a few words for the public. The COVID-19 is spreading at a very fast pace, and this is also once again being witnessed here in South Korea. Across the world, all countries are having their lockdowns, and they're having intensified quarantine measures, and there are no country that has succeeded in the containment after the lifting of the lockdowns and distancing measures. And South Korea is also witnessing a repetition of the increase and decrease of the number of cases, and this has also been surging at an exponential rate, centering around the Seoul City and Gyeonggi-do Province. We are during the extended weekend, and at a time when there are many rallies and demonstrations scheduled across the metropolitan area. We believe that this is a very important time of a moment. We are standing on thin ice right now. If you are living in the metropolitan area, including the city of Seoul and Gyeonggi-do Province, please share with us in agreeing that the situation right now is very serious and grave, and we ask for your cooperation going forward. Please note that we had during February, we had an exponential surge of the COVID-19 cases in Daegu and Gyeongbuk provinces, centering around the Sincheonji cases, and we shall always remember this. And back then, the residents of the Daegu and Gyeongbuk province, they did not go outside, and they also abided by the quarantine measures very, very strictly. So at the metropolitan area, we need to also repeat what they have done in Daegu and Gyeongbuk province in order to successfully contain the virus going forward. And starting from today, the distancing level 2 measures will be carried out for 2 weeks, and its results will be yielded during the next 2 weeks, after the next 2 weeks, that is. And for the sake of your safety and the safety of your loved ones, please wear face masks when you meet others, and instead of greeting each other with handshakes, please just bow. And especially in Seoul and Gyeonggi-do province with high risks of infection, it is given that you shall not have large gatherings like rallies and demonstrations, but cancel all of the small gatherings as well. And nobody is free from the COVID-19 infections at the metropolitan area. We tell you this because wearing a face mask is very important. We urge the public's cooperation and participation. Compared to US and Europe, there are many countries that are experiencing exponential surge in the number of COVID-19. South Korea shall not also encounter such difficulties and challenges. The safety of others and my neighbors is indeed the safety of myself, and we need to also exert our full efforts to contain the virus, especially during the extended weekend. Thank you very much.
지금부터 기자님들 질문에 답변 드리는 시간 갖겠습니다.
There you have it. We'll bring you more details on the briefing in our upcoming 6 p.m. regular newscast. Until then, goodbye.
People are spending more time at home